Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flight in the ATR-72. This is a freeware add-on on Flight 2, on flights from here in Marina Di Campo to Altenrhein. So, flight time's about an hour and 20-ish minutes, hour and a half. It's going to be a good one today. It's a new aircraft to look at, got some good scenery to enjoy today as well. So we've got the Project Coastline in Italy. And yeah, just overall, very, very excited for our trip today. So we'll jump in the aircraft, set everything up, prepare our flights, and our trip today. Yeah, as well, I need... There we go, perfect. So, first things first... Ah, yoke, okay. First things first, batteries come on, avionics come on. Do all the basic setup, then we'll have a look at the scene here, because there's a lot for us to look at today, and so I've chosen a flight plan basically that takes us through the heart of the scenery and then right along the coastline. That's I goes in this morning. Hey. Right, batteries on avionics on. I'm going to get rid of the yoke 2 seconds. So this is the CJ4 cockpit, so for me it's just a case of kind of remind myself how that works and how it all together. Position initialization, we are going to so we'll take that and paste it there, perfect. Flight plan message. Not so flight plan. Not pro. So we are really that's loud fuel. Do from the menu. Fuel requirement today in pounds. Let me quickly that. $12,200. Not maybe 5,000. Okay. 509 on the aircraft's limit today. Right, so let's board our passengers for PACX. That from Simbrief, that's all fine. Marina Di Campo to Altenrhein, 3L887, if I correct that number. Cruising at 20,000 feet, flight time at 1 hour 15, with a departure in approximate. Currently 35, so it's 5 minutes, 25, 24 minutes. ATR-72-600, 48 people aboard. No Wi-Fi, no entertainment. I couldn't find a boarding music or safety briefing for this aircraft, so I'm going to use all the defaults for that. You get snacks, we don't really get a meal service, and with that, start boarding our aeroplane, shall we? So, passenger aboard, and we'll flight plan, starting off our ICAO code of Lima India Rome Yet. Our arrival airport is going to be Lima Sierra Zulu Romeo. We our first waypoint, which is Upton. Followed by slowly getting myself back into the mines flow of this airplane. Right, there we go. Next page. So up then we flight the Mike 621 to Betton. And it's the Mike 729 to Lukim. And the November 851 to Rolsa. That's our flight plan is now complete. Execute that. Set. Jump over to performance. Our performance initialization. Cruising altitude today is flight level 200. Fuel on board weights will set. And over take off. So departure and arrival, departure runway 34 today, there's no SID, flying direct out, that, back to performance, back to takeoff, do VNAV next, so transition 6,000, 10,000, 250 below 10,000, target speed set, performance, take off. So R34, winds are currently, forget the more information.
Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Juliet. Since the latest, let's have
We're on your time now.
Ah, there's no weather nearby, fair enough. There's no ATIS. Okay, let's find another source.
Welcome aboard Flight 03 with service to Switzerland. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 15 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down.
I have to pull the TAF for this one.
Already, please fasten your seatbelt.
You have a TAF, okay.
Your tray tables and seatbacks must
end up having to pull just a generic weather report on this, right? Winds, no meter, no meter.
Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Right, so winds are currently 7 knots, gusting 14. I don't know the direction. Okay, we'll say that's about 300, so 30, 7. Outside air temperature, that's currently 17 degrees centigrade. Runway slope, we'll leave blank per. So, that's our takeoff performance sets. I don't think we get the V speeds. There we go, so 102, 103, 150, 140. That's all set, we'll send that. 15 degrees takeoff flaps, perfect. Our performance is now set, and we should be ready for takeoff. There you go, all complete. Perfect. So plugged in our flight plan, we've plugged in our performance, got the aircraft boarded, passenger aboard, we've fueled very shortly. Go. Battery amp, oil pressure, that's fine. I don't think there's an APU in this, so when we start the engines, that should now clear warning messages. Lights required, so activates the lights, so nav lights today. Taxi landing beacon, fine. Passenger lights, can't touch those, but just max. Boss lights, fine. Yeah, so I am happy now. Everything set as it should be. I don't think there's a way to turn up brightness to these displays. If there is, I'm not quite sure where they are. I know there is a dimmer switch somewhere. There's a dimmer switch somewhere down here. There we go. Backlights. Those here. No, not particularly. Turn them down, can't turn them up. Also, that's all sorted now. Passengers boarded. Is mic being weird, is it? Look. Out. Is that any better? Problem is, a bit of, well, there's going to be a bit of white noise in the background, but it should stop it from cutting out. Flight directors on. Set the altitude to 20,000. And that should be all that. Flight director on both sides, yes, that's correct. V-speed sets. Right, we'll greet the passengers and then we'll start setting up our IVAO ready for departure. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this flight from Marina Di Campo to Altenrhein, flight 887. We thank you for using InterSky. So far, so good in terms of weather. Nice clear departure, a few clouds on the way out as well as on the way in, but for the most part, we should have a nice smooth flight for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to speak to the cab crew. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy your flights. Okay, so that's that sorted. Public address general send. We will now go through our aircraft and engine startup. So there's no need for us to do a run around really. No pushback required. We're just going to go straight out. Loop around to the left. That's how we're running for departure today because, well, the other side 16 you can't really take off into the side of a mountain. But I will say it's a very, very pretty terrain this. And on departure, while it's calling for an immediate right hand turn on takeoff, probably could go around to the left if got any extra time. Because like I said, the scenery out here is absolutely fantastic thanks to the Project Coastline stuff. So source set to FMS, that's fine. Somewhere you can change sources if you need to. But again, things that I just don't quite remember it this time. I'll figure it all out as we go on. Right, let's do this, shall we? So, jump down to the lower panel. We'll start off with engine number 2. So strobe lights come on, sorry, beacon light come on, just let ground crew that we're ready for engine startup. Engine 2, open that, and run. Don't think there's another side to it, this is what I remember. Ah, engine starter, that'd probably be helpful as well. So engine 2 is now starting up. I don't think we've got any traffic today here. Then again, I can imagine an airport like this doesn't really get too much in regards to air traffic.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight.
I must say, it's a very quiet aircraft this. It sounds working earlier. Fair enough.
Into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the
Well,
upper
engine
portion
1's
of
active
the
and
buckle.
stable.
We suggest that you
Engine
use
2
your
is active and
seatbelt
stable.
fasten
Engine
throughout
1
the flight
will
as you
start.
experience unexpected turbulence. There are several
There we go,
emergency
that's more like
exits
it.
on this aircraft. To familiarize yourself with the emergency
So the engine set to one. Sorry, the sound set to one engine there. Interesting.
traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance. Securing
Right,
your
clear
mask
mask
on
caution.
first and
The
then
only one we've
seatbelt.
got now left is
Keep
oil
your mask on
pressure.
until a member of
That
the crew
one I
advises
don't
you
actually know how to get rid of.
In the
There's no
unlikely
thing in
event
the
of
way
a
of
water
fuel pumps, I
landing,
don't
a
believe.
life vest is located in the pouch underneath
Down here I
the
can't
armrest.
activate the
When instructed to do so,
fuel
open the plastic
boost.
pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the strap
But
around
oil
your waist
pressure
and
is the
buckle at
only
the
thing I
front.
cannot seem to clear from the
Inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only
displays
when
there.
in aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, then
Eyes
go into the
protection
mount
activates
for manual
the
inflation.
pitot
The
heats.
vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary Bluetooth device. Please make
Everything
sure to
else
exit the aircraft as
should
soon
do
as
alright.
possible with your belongings. Please securely stow all personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened
Right,
and seat
let's
backs are
quickly announce an
facing
IVAO.
all
I've been taxied to
vertical
runway, so look at
We remind
the
you that this
ground.
is a non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping. Tampering with, disabling, or
Tons of taxis, no real taxiway. We just go straight onto 16, backtrack, sorry, 34, backtrack, and turn around.
Found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you
So
have
let
any
me put
questions.
this all up. So departure, currently at stand 3. So parking type, stand 3. No real taxiways, straight onto runway 3, is it 32? 34. Let's go, hold short, no points. That's all fine, that's all fine. Right. Activate that. Release parking brake. And let's get going. That was Volanta. Just as crazy. That was Volanta. So a little bit of throttle up. And let's get going. Phew. Okay, can my wing fit? The answer is no, not particularly. Okay. We'll back it up slightly. Did not expect Tom to be that close to me. I cannot lie. There we go. Cut that back. It's going. Species aircraft, you can actually reverse thrust them on the ground without causing any damage to the airport. It's all prop fan technology, not engines. It's the ATR-72, crazy sissy boy, boss lady, sorry. It's the ATR-72. Working Cockpit is the official name as well on the FlightControlReplay 2. There's two versions. They're both using the what do you call it? So they both use the what are they called? Begins with V, the developer's name. I can't remember what they're called. virtual car, that's it. They both use a virtual car model, but one uses the CJ4 cockpit, in this case CJ4, and the other uses the cockpit of the Beechcraft. So, choose your favourite, I guess. Right, so, hold on the runway, we'll announce our backtrack and takeoff, we'll activate the strobe lights and landing lights, that should come on as well. Transponder, we'll activate that through IVAO. Right, let's get going, shall we? Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. So listen, I'm going to go for quite a slow climb out today. I'm going to curve around to the left so you can enjoy the full coastline here in Italy. The scenery we're using today, by the way, Project Coastline, is available here on Sim Market. Not too expensive, and it doesn't just include the Italian coastline, but you do get free scenery for Machu Picchu and Cornwall as well, with the Italian coastline scenery, so it's well worth a look. It's not just the Italian coastline, you do get a few freebies as well with it. Right, spin the airplane around. Whoops, and it's frozen. Nope, we're back. Right. First slot 40. Onto stable. Let's get going. Bit of a power drop there. 100 knots. V1 rotates. Positive right, gear up. Let's follow the display there. It's a left-hand turn around. Oh boy, give me 2 seconds. I just had the doorbell ring and nobody else is waiting to get there. 2 seconds, doorbell, sorry. Right, sorry about that. Let's carry on, shall we? So we'll continue our climb out. Rustle back a bit, flaps up. It's a very sensitive aircraft, this I must say. But once we're airborne, I mean, have a look at that. Some very, very beautiful scenery with us today. €15 this costs. €15. And some of the best looking coast scenery in flights, I must say. Definitely check out the Cornwall one at some point as well. Do a flight out there. Right, we're going to cut back the throttle slightly. we're going to now activate the autopilot. Let's get this to do the rest. So, autopilot activates, nav mode set, and vertical speed will do it based on somewhere. Where is it? The dial. There we go. ETA is about 1 hour 20, according to PACX, 120. I have to say, the ATR being such a versatile aircraft, the kind of routes it can do, the routes, the scenes, some of the most beautiful in the world. Flew the ATR-72 to Greece a little while ago, and while this is just a freeware project with CJ4 Cockpit slapped in, yes, Moses, it's freeware. It was announced a little while ago that Microsoft Flight Sim are partnering with Aerosoft to publish 2 ATRs, 42 and 72, for free in the next couple of years on Flight Sim, so there's definitely a few things on the way. Did I turn nav on? No, I did not. At least if I did, it's not activated. Well, at least the things... Okay, you know what, we'll do direct to Betton. Can be a bit fiddly sometimes, this. Come on, aircraft, follow the flight plan. Worst case scenario, just do it on select heading the entire way. As long as we blow to 50 at 10,000, that's fine. Yes, in brief, has added the A320neo to the list. That's definitely looking pretty good. And yes, Flightwire is doing a 3-way A380. Again, an aircraft that I'm sure a lot of us will be very excited to fly when it comes out. Now, I'm hoping the aircraft will at this point, well, loop around and should follow the nav. There we go. Now it's doing it. No, I didn't want to do it before, but fair enough. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It's a bit fiddly sometimes. We'll set the altimeter now to standard. Try recentering rudders. They're a bit sensitive there, but we can resense the rudders. Right today, we're right now at Marina Di Campo. Marina Di Campo in central Italy, this. Nope, I don't use Toolkit Pro. There you go, so now following the flight plan, aircraft will continue on its same path. Definitely one thing I will say for the future, once these aircraft become a bit more stable, at least in terms of systems, they should follow their plans a little bit nicer, but what can you say, for freeware projects, can't really complain. 10,000 feet, and lights come off. Lighting is down here, is it? Yes. Off, strobes now to stay on, past lights also make sure they turn on as well. Everything else is fine. So we leave one stunning coastline to fly alongside another stunning coastline. Water populous boats. A whole new world for us to explore. Now, my delivery that arrived today. If it's what I think it is, I'm quite excited. Yep, Ecotronics is exactly what I'm thinking of. What a package, I must say. Barely get in. Show you graphics. Graphics I've done a video on RNA. If you want to check out graphic settings, check out the video. That's probably a better way to have a look at it. I'm looking at the low cloud base above. I'm considering, well, passing through 11,000 now. If the clouds are particularly bad, I may end up doing a low cruising altitude today. Just because the, well, yeah, bad weather, especially in ATR, can get very bumpy at times. A little bit of a flutter right there. Speed is currently 260 knots. And small tweaks give the aircraft its optimum performance. There we go. Might not look like much, but it's a UK Trains destination board. Because why not? I'll finish streaming today. What I'm going to be doing, setting that up. And this I presume is all the power parts. Russia, great country. I've not been to Russia yet. It's a place I want to go to, but it's not a country I've been to yet. Been through Poland, been through Finland. I've been around it, but I've not been through it. That's your power cable, standard stuff. And this is the power bank. Must be an easy setup then. I'll have to look into that on the instructions. Some flights S7 will be great. I know, because S7 have the longest A320neo flight, don't they? It's from Moscow to Tenerife South. About 6 hours. It's the longest flight the A320neo actually performs. Joystick, I'm using the Thrustmaster Hotel Warthog. Where I get it from, the internet. There you go, you've got the Great Pyramids of Tuscany down below. Interesting. I mean, I can imagine that in real life. Probably like a tourist thing, that. You've got the Great Pyramids down below. But no, the scenery down this flight is going to be absolutely stunning. Relatively clear skies, few clouds, a bit of high altitude above us, which we're going to try and avoid. Everything else absolutely looks the parts. We're still not quite following the flight plan, which is my little concern here. Our flight plan turns to the left, back to nav mode. Autopilot is active, right? Yeah, autopilot roll pitch heading mode. Nav is bust. Fair enough, okay. If I set a heading, I may have to end up doing this today. So what is going on? Can't turn the aircraft. I can turn the aircraft myself. For some odd reason, it's all expensive. It's about $400 for the sets. But it is regarded as, by many, as the best flight sim gear you could get ever, basically, so it's definitely worth the money. Why is our nav not working? Somewhere there's a little dial, change the flight source. If I can find that. Tilt and range, that's your range, that's fine. but for some reason, the autopilot on this thing is buggered. It'll do altitude alright, altitude's fine, but nav, heading modes, both don't do anything, it's just stuck to roll mode. So unless I'm missing something I don't realise... It's not the circuit breakers. Set standards. I've set standard altimeter. That was set a long time ago. We're about to hit 20,000. The aircraft, well, will the aircraft level off is now my question. If not, then I have got a problem. Yeah, it climbs right through. Flight director's active. Flight mode on legacy, let's have a look. No, it's not assistance, it's under general. General, where are you? Flight model, legacy, yes, and apply. I can't imagine having any effects on it. No, it's a flight control. Oh, if anything, the aircraft can no longer fly. Gosh. No, that's not going to happen. Flight model, no, go away, back to modern. Well, that caused us to drop out of the sky. Satisfaction is now dropping as the aircraft's nosediving. It's not an ATR, Mikey, it's C4 cockpit, something I said a couple of times today. Well, whatever's going on, this aircraft really does not like it. Well, if I can't get it to fly with Sim Pilot, we won't get into this. Because the aircraft doesn't have, well, if the aircraft has no flight controls basically, then I can't really do much about it. Is it now doing it? Nav mode, or is that just heading mode? So now it does it. Now it's working. Satisfaction's dropped, well, horribly. We level off at 20,000. Let's have a look. If it does, then, well, we'll continue our flight. We've lost satisfaction there, annoyingly, but the aircraft is still working. I don't know, half the time I really don't understand the simulator. And look at the aircraft, how it violently shakes. But that's called fluttering. What fluttering is when the aircraft's well beyond its capabilities. So look, it's no longer flying the flight plan anymore. It flies heading select, but it does not fly nav.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your feedback for a list of complimentary food and drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards.
What time is it? 10 o'clock. Hour and a half. The aircraft's just fluttering like crazy. Shame, because the scenery really is beautiful out here. What I may do is is it worth restarting at this time? Yeah, because the aircraft's shaking. As a result, well, what to do? Because you can't fly like this the whole time. That's the aircraft. The Neo, the runway's too short for the Neo. Also, InterSky never flew Neo, only flew ATRs. Yeah, it's not the autopilot doing it. It's definitely an issue with this. Let's have a look. Flight model. I was doing that last time, caused the aircraft to just start nosediving, which is not what I wanted to do. Have a look. Miscellaneous, not miscellaneous. I want realism. Options, jet assistance. Yes, all disabled. System piloting, navigation. Yeah, try the Beechcraft cockpit version. Maybe that will be an option. Flight level climb. We're already at climb. Well, we've already climbed. We're at cruising altitude. The flutter is an issue with the flight model here. And I can tell you now, it's definitely not turbulence. Turbulence is not causing this and that shaking. There's so much to look at the scenery down here. It's definitely not something I want to miss. I may have to reschedule a stream. Or at least until the ATR comes a bit more stable. Because yeah, the autopilot is bugged. I cannot use nav mode at all. Try and get up to its actual cruising, because right now we're not even at full cruising speed yet. If I increase speed, let's try and get up to cruise. Unless it physically can't go any faster. Slow down, see if it stops. Okay. There you go. 250 knots, it stopped. So yeah, the issue is with speed, but the aircraft's not telling me this. That's the problem. There's no working nav. Satisfaction's gone way off the charts. And that wasn't helped by a little nosedive earlier. Let me try something, hang on. Because, well, disconnect from IVAO, because I tell you now, this flight, we're not going to complete this flight today. We'll do it another time. If I slew mode over to where the flight plan meets up, can I try nav mode from there? Next CRJ flights, next weekend, revs and pilots. Maybe Wednesday, we'll see. Right, how far the flight plan does that take us? There we go, right. Activate nav mode. The aircraft should, in theory, be turning right now. But it's not. So heading selects works. I'm happy with that. But nav mode does not. And realistically, I need nav mode to fly an aeroplane. Well, I could do it without heading without too much problem. But then the problem is also the speed. If I can't go to speed, the aircraft starts to violently shake and fall out of the sky, basically. Okay, so I'm ending stream here because, well, flight's pretty much messed up anyway now. Even though, like, this shows, well, I don't know, shows that we're to the right of the flight plan but flying the correct direction. In reality, right now, we're way off to the right hand side. So, I'm going to need to do a bit more work on this aeroplane to make it worth streaming. It's a shame, because everything else about it is pretty good. The vertical modelling is really good, the scenery we've had today is fantastic. But if it doesn't want to fly, then, well, what can we do about it, really? I'll try the Beechcraft version as well. I'll try the one in the other cockpit, see if that one's a bit more friendly for us. If it is, then we'll probably do that one again soon. Because I've got to go to work today at 12 o'clock, so now there wouldn't really be time to start the stream again. What to do? Okay, Wednesday morning. Can't do Wednesday morning. We'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, we'll do it again next week. Otherwise, yeah, there's a bit of work for me to do on this one. Definitely a bit of fiddling around to get it to work, well, like an aeroplane, basically. Right, okay, well, tomorrow, flying the A320neo in Jetstar colours, so that flight should, touch wood, go without any problems. Otherwise, yeah, take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow. For now, I guess it's going to be a fiddle around with the ATR to figure out why this one won't work properly.